Dude, I was sitting there thinking.
Even though you didn't get me a hot dog, I brought that up here.
Well, I appreciate it. Do we have rosters?
Golly.
I'm sorry, I'm just very needy.
I don't have the Greenbrier one printed out.
Just in your Greenbrier stuff? Or did you ever play frisbee with Colby Johnston? I did. Okay, probably that.
You need that? You want that?
Absolutely.
You want that?
Do you have ours at all?
Huh?
Do you have ours at all?
Just on my phone. Sean told me not to print it out.
Well, I didn't know it was going to take me 2 hours to get this thing set up.
You didn't actually tell me not to print it out.
All right, so basically what I had to do was I had to basically broadcast it from here. All right, so what's up, buddy?
How are you? Good to see you.
Good. We're gonna do this. So I need this.
Hey, we're going.
Yeah. I know. So plug that into that box down there.
All right.
Yeah, I know.
Jim,
So,
just some intranet.
well, I already had internet. I had Wi-Fi. Now I have this.
Gotcha.
Well, I thought I had Ethernet. This crap is. So essentially, what I tried. So instead of this now connected to this and basically broadcasting it, it's almost like I'm sending that feed to here, and I had to go live on a computer and YouTube.
I got you.
Normally, I don't have to do that.
I got you.
And so
So is that going to limit what you can put?
I have no idea.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
I have no idea.
This is a story of my life.
Yeah.
Shoot from the hip.
Shoot from the hip. Hope it works. Man, I hope it works.
Well, good evening and welcome to Greenbrier. My name is JB Brazil. Alongside me is Matt McJunkins, and we are excited that you are here with us in our first taste of football here at GPSN.
Yeah, JB, we're real excited to be here. You know, it's a Tuesday night. Been waiting for this all summer. You know, after last year, we had a great season, but we had it left a little bit desired, I'd say, after a tough loss to Magnolia. But we've got so much coming back. Got a really good team here. A lot of potential this year.
Sure. Well, as we look ahead to the matchup, Greenbrier played Sylvan Hills last year in the benefit matchup at Sylvan Hills. We look at Sylvan Hills. They finished in first place in the 6A East last year. They're picked to finish first again this year, Matt. They only returned 3 starters, but they're 3 good ones. All of them are all-conference guys on the defensive side of the ball. They also have a guy transferring in from Texas who has 19 D1 offers. His name's Isaiah Broadway. Offers from Baylor, Washington State, to name a few. They're going to be good, Matt.
Yeah, so when we played them last year, obviously it was the first game for everybody, and got a new coach, Coach Chris Hill over there. He puts in the Flexbone, right? He brings in this offense, and so this is new for these guys. So we go down there and we play them. We look really good, which we had a great team.
Sure,
but they didn't look so hot. I mean, a lot of fumbles, a lot of misreads and things like that. Well, it turns out, they're learning a new offense.
Sure.
So they get it together. And they finished in the top of the 6A East.
That's right.
I mean, semifinals. Of
they
the
made semis, lost by 1 to Lake Hamilton. They were seconds away from taking that win and going to the state championship game.
Yeah.
They're a good football team.
They went like 9 or 10 quarters at the end of the season without giving up a point.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, especially in that league.
Well, for Sylvan Hills, they've got a couple of quarterbacks that we'll probably see tonight. Gavin Tyner as well as Jabari Pfeiffer. They're both going to split time a little bit here in this Flexbone. Sylvan Hills, I think they're going to be impressive on both sides of the ball. They've got more returning starters on the defensive side, so that may be something to watch out for. But for Greenbrier, we've got a lot of good talent as well.
I think that with what we have on offense, especially coming back, it's going to be a lot of fun tonight with the defense that they have returning from last year. I mean, they were dominant in 6A last year on defensively. We've got an explosive offense. We've got a lot of great weapons that I think we're going to have a lot of fun watching them perform this year, and I think tonight's going to be a great test for these guys going into the season.
That's right. Greenbrier came off a season finish and tied for second place last year in the 5A West. They finished 7-5, made it to the second round of the playoffs in a dogfight against Magnolia. We were there. That was a tough loss.
Track meet, you know it?
It was. It sure was. Greenbrier returns 13 starters from a year ago, 7 on the offensive side, 6 on the defensive side. When you look at the offense, though, the 3 names that come to mind, Cooper Wilcox, Jacob Mathis, and Nick Hewitt.
Absolutely.
Those are going to be the workhorses on the offensive side. They're going to be really good this year. Expect a lot from them, especially tonight.
The biggest area we really lost anybody was on the line.
That's right.
But we had some guys that we knew were going to step up, but they've stepped up well, and I think we're going to see that tonight and throughout the season. But when you've got guys like Cooper, who is just as good as he was, he had a great summer, great 7-on-7 summer. Really worked hard in the weight room. Really worked hard just on everything. Just quarterback different things that he getting ready for the season. And so it's going to be fun watching him throw. He does have Jacob Mathis who started out electric last year and then got hurt. So he's back as a senior this year, feeling good, healthy. But also you've got Strack. You've got
Carter McElhaney. Reed Nixon was injured. He'll be back.
That's right. So he's got a lot of weapons. And also look for Eli Weaver, a sophomore who was on the junior high team and then left and moved out of state, but he's back now and going to be a player. I'm thinking is going to be a big part of this team this year in 2021.
A big contributor, no doubt about it. Those are some guys to look at on the offensive side. Weaver and Hewitt. Might see Dawson Spencer a good bit. He played. He got some good minutes last year.
He did
in the backfield.
And he's a good running back. He's a guy that you can lean to, especially when you need to spell a guy like Nick Hewitt, who's gonna. You rely on him so much on defense. He's so good offensively running the football, but you guys got to rest occasionally.
That's right.
I think that's also where you're going to see Eli coming this year, which I will say Eli's also going to be a big part of the defense. So I think, and also Dawson's a big part of the defense as well. So I think with those three guys, they're going to be spelling each other. So we're always going to have good guys in those positions.
That's right. Now you look at the offensive side. 3 guys graduated from the starting line last year.
Yeah.
Some guys to look
Some
at.
good ones.
That's right. But we got Josh Robinson on the line. He's probably the biggest guy coming back.
Yeah.
Has a few D1 offers. Jackson Spears will be starting as well. And then Eli Ruppel. He's coming back. But then
junior,
Nick Winberry is who I'm thinking of, who's going to be the starting center. He'll be making the calls on the line.
And Hall, I think, is our center.
Well, no, that maybe so. I thought Winberry was going to be making the calls under center.
We'll find out tonight.
Sure, we will. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think Dustin Hall. That's right. Dustin's out right now.
Gotcha.
But Dustin Hall has been our center, but I think that he is out right. He was out in the blue and white game Friday night. So
yeah. Well, we're excited. We're about 4.5 minutes away from kickoff here in this benefit game. We're expecting a fun night of football. It's just so good to be back, Matt.
It is, man. I can't wait.
It seems like forever ago we were down in Magnolia watching those seniors walk off the field for the last time, and here we are again in this next season here in 2021. We battled a lot with COVID. We were worried last year whether each week if we were going to play.
That's right.
So we don't want to take this for granted. We're excited that football is back. We know these kids are excited. We're excited.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Matt, if you don't have anything else, we're going to hit a break, and when we come
it.
back, we'll have the kickoff.
Absolutely.
Greenbrier football coming back
Go Panthers.
After this. We're back. First play from under center was Harris. And they'll give it off to the tailback. Nice play in the backfield. Right. A big tackle there. That's Charlie Check, I believe.
And that's Eli Weaver, who I was telling you about in the pregame. Great read by Eli to pick up the pitch guy, it was before the pitch. It was the pitch, but it wasn't an option pitch.
It was.
Yeah.
Tossed it to the backfield. Weaver snuffed it out, and he drops in the backfield. It'll bring up just about 3rd and 10 now. Flexbone offense for Sylvan Hills. Gavin Tyner will get the start under center. He moves a man in motion, gives it off. Now a pitch to the right side. Coming our way. He'll get out across the 25 to the 26-yard line before a host of Panthers rattle him down. And that'll bring up 4th down and long. And
nowhere to go.
Looking to punt. Great defense there, forcing a 3-and-out here on the opening drive here in the benefit game. That was Xavier Okafor, who tried to get to the outside edge, but Greenbrier snuffed it out, and they'll get the football.
Looked like number 32, Jackson Harp, got a hold of him and held tight while a host of Panthers came and made the play.
Well, we're excited, Matt, that's a good sign from the defense, coming in, forcing a 3-and-out. Eli Weaver along the outside edge there. That was probably the play of that whole sequence right there, forcing a 3 or 4 yard loss in the backfield.
Absolutely.
Open field tackles is where the game is won, and Eli really made a big play.
Especially when you're playing a team like this who's going to get it out on the edge and has so much speed. If you can tackle open field, you can contain them. Really set the pace early by a stop there right up the gut on 1st down, which we didn't have on our live stream. And then, like you said, the real play that really made the big difference was the big loss there that Eli Weaver got us.
Well, here we go. Greenbrier's going to start out with trips to the left side, a single receiver to the right side. Cooper Wilcox in the shotgun, and Dawson Spencer in the backfield with him to his right. Wilcox gets the snap. The give is to Spencer, trying to go left side. Got room out to the outside, across the 45 to the 47, near midfield, but flags are down. That's in the spot of holding, and that one might be coming back.
Cooper Wilcox blocking 15 yards downfield. He's excited, man. He's ready for this season. Great run there by Spencer. He's going to come back, looks like.
The rain is coming down now here in Greenbrier. It looks like it is going to be, well, let's see what the call is. Greenbrier's moving back. They think it's a hold. And indeed, it is going to be. So to bring up first down in around 20.
You know, JB, I didn't have any idea it was supposed to rain.
Well, you know, whether you did or didn't, it's here.
It's here.
And I'll tell you, it's a lot of fun out there for those boys, I'm sure. Shotgun formation. Actually looks like more pistol formation for Wilcox. Twins to the left side, single receiver to the right side. That gives up the middle to Spencer again. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Might get a yard, and that's it. It'll bring up second down and 19. You know, it wasn't a bad run at all. There just wasn't a lot of room. And give credit to Sylvan Hills there on the D-line. They snuffed it out and allowed for minimal gain. Second down and 19. They're going to give him second down and 20.
So it looks like we're not going to see Nick tonight. He was out the other night in the blue and white game. I think he's got a little knee issue, but I think it's nothing that's going to be long term. But I'm sure they're just going to keep him rested tonight as well.
Pistol formation for Wilcox. Fakes the handoff. Looks deep down the left side. Got McElhaney. Complete. Oh, in and out of the hands at the 30-yard line. Wilcox looked deep down the left sideline. McElhaney had his man beat. Just couldn't quite make the play. And I tell you, the rain might have had a little bit to do with that.
I'm sure the ball slick. Great throw by Coop right there. Just couldn't pull it in. And like you said, I mean, that ball's got to be getting slick already as much as it's raining.
McElhaney's the fastest guy on the team. It's third down and 18. Shotgun formation for Wilcox. Twins to the left and right side. Spencer in the backfield with him. Wilcox gets the snap. Looking to pass. Got time. Looking right side. Got a man. Completed the 40-yard line and tackled inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. A big play. That was Thatcher Strack in the right side in the flat. And it brings up a first down. A big play there from Wilcox.
Thatcher Strack had a great offseason. Really got fast. He's got the same caliber speed now that McElhaney has. Great open catch right there. Great throw by Coop to get it to him.
First and 10 from the 31. Shotgun or pistol for Wilcox. Low snap. He gets it. Gives it off to Spencer up the middle. Trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and I don't know if he did it. He'll get a yard, if that. It brings up second down and 10 with 9:05 to play in the opening quarter.
I tell you, JB, this is a defense that's going to be tough to get much up front on.
Second down and 10 from the 32-yard line as Wilcox getting a signal from the sideline. Second down and 10, clock rolling, the rain coming down. Shotgun formation for Wilcox this time. Twin receivers to both the left and right side. Spencer in the backfield with him. He gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looking left, got a man deep to the 5-yard line, complete! And did he get in?
Touchdown. He hit the pylon.
We're going to see the call. They're going to say it went out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
How can you call that, JB, when he kicks the pylon?
That is crazy. But, hey, Thatcher Strack again. That was a 31-yard play to the 1-yard line, and, I mean, he darn near got in. A great pass there from Wilcox. Strack getting open there on the pass, and it brings up first and goal from the 1.
Just when I thought it couldn't rain any harder.
It's coming down.
I'm going to tell you, 3 passes by Cooper Wilcox, 3 right on the money.
Shot the snap was high. Give it off to Spencer, but Sylvan Hills is all over that one. In fact, he'll lose 3 or 4 back to the 4-yard line.
They gave them a great spot on that. He got pushed back about 3 yards, and then that's what they gave him.
It'll bring up second down and goal. They're going to spot at the 6-yard line. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, handed it off at the 3, got hit, and dropped it to 6.
That's not what you want to see there from first and goal. Second down and 10. 8 minutes and running. Here in the first quarter, Greenbrier made a couple of nice passes. Wilcox has hit Strack twice, and they're threatening now inside the red zone.
Well, I'm just going to tell you right now, get ready to see Jacob Mathis here.
Pistol formation, Wilcox gets the snap. Hands it off to Spencer, trying to get to the outside. Got some room. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Greenbrier. Dawson Spencer over the left side. Greenbrier strikes first, and they're up 6-0. And credit the O-line there, Jenkins. They pinned to the outside edge, allowed Spencer to get some room outside, and he capitalizes.
Hey, that's just what you want to see from this Greenbrier offense against a great 6A defending East champion defense.
They're the 6A East. Bradley Turnage is set to kick the extra point. He gets the snap. The snap's down. The kick is up. The hold was good. The kick is good also. And Greenbrier will take a 7-0 lead with 7 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the opening quarter. How about that for an opening drive?
That's exactly what you want to see. I mean, and that was one thing we had a tough time with last year. Oftentimes, opening drive, we couldn't quite put it together. And we got it as the first quarter went on, but it seemed like that opening drive we struggled to get it to the zone. But, man, what a great opening drive for this offense.
A great way to start. Sylvan Hills was forced to a 3-and-out on their first drive, trying to make something better of this opportunity with the rain coming down. They'll start at their own 30-yard line. Flexbone formation again. It looks like Gavin Tyner will be under center. Greenbrier with a 3-man front. Looks like a 3-3-5. The give is up the middle and
fumble.
Loose football.
I'm going to tell you, this is not what Sylvan Hills wants to play in this rain.
Not at all.
It's tough running that kind of offense with a wet ball.
They might have lost a half yard. It'll bring up second down and 10.5.
You're playing on a wet surface when you rely on misdirection, and then you're pitching and handing off balls. It's tough.
Tyner under center, moves a man in motion. The give a bit to the left side. He'll get over left tackle. Might have got a yard or two out to the 31-yard line. But it brings up a 3rd and long.
Got to see my man right there, number 76, Jeremy Parker.
Oh, Jeremy Parker. He was a big contributor last year.
He was. Let me tell you, looking at that kid right now versus last year, he looks like a kid went to a man. Let me tell you, he is a big boy.
3rd down and 9 with 6.5 to play in the opening quarter. Greenbrier's up 7-0. They scored on their opening drive thanks to Wilcox, Strack, and Spencer. Tyner under center. Loose football. Greenbrier looks like they've got it. Oh, my goodness, at the 31-yard line. And that's going to be a turnover. Greenbrier forcing, well, I guess it was the rain, really, the wetness.
Yeah.
Bad snap. Greenbrier picks up the loose ball. They'll have it 1st and 10. And it's Bear territory at the 31-yard line. How about that?
Man, I tell you what, Coach Smith over there, I know it's eating him alive. You just hate to see that in your opening scrimmage when you've got such a talented team. But, hey, credit this Greenbrier defense. How about the first 2 drives defensively? Given nothing.
Man, they might have given up a total of 5 yards, if that.
I don't know, man, when you consider the loss.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not much at all. Greenbrier's got the football after the turnover. Shotgun formation for Wilcox. Trips to the left side, single receiver right. That's Weaver. Outside, Weaver. He gets inside the 30, the 25 to the 20, trying to get to the outside, tiptoeing down the sideline. But they're going to say he stepped out at the 15-yard line. Big run there from Eli Weaver, the sophomore. You talked about him in the pregame. He's a good one.
Let me tell you, when you add an element to this offense like Eli Weaver, you've already got a Nick Hewitt who runs so hard, but then you add a guy like Eli Weaver who is able to get it to the edge and put speed on him. You know, Spencer's the same way. He's a hard runner. He's a guy that you're going to get it up the middle. But when you can pop it outside, it just adds another dimension to the offense.
That's right. Weaver's got breakaway speed, and we just about saw it there. Shotgun formation for Wilcox. They're going to run the same formation. Trips to the left, single receiver right side. Weaver be in the backfield. They're going to give it off to Weaver again. Got room up the middle. He'll get inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line, trying to push it a little bit forward. But it'll bring up 2nd down and 4.
Really
in the red zone.
Really like seeing that from your offensive line right here, JB. Looks like we got I think I see Jeremy Parker out there on the O-line right now.
That's right, 76, yeah. It's a big push there from the offense. Jackson Spears as well, number 77. Nick Winberry under center. We talked about him in the pregame also. Josh Robinson there at left tackle. And Eli Ruppel there at right guard.
Josh Robinson's just a good football player, man.
Pistol formation for Cooper Wilcox. Twins to the right side, single receiver left side. The give will be up the middle to Eli Weaver.
That's going to be a first, man.
He's inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line. I tell you, Matt, it's tough to see with this rain coming in to see if he handed it off. He fooled me. I couldn't tell if it was a play action.
It is, and that's the element you have with Cooper Wilcox. He hides it well. He is a run-pass quarterback.
That's right. That little RPO action. 1st and goal for Greenbrier now inside the 5-yard line, down to about the 3.5-yard line. We'll give it the 4-yard line. As it looks like,
that's Jeremy coming off.
78.
76.
That's Josh Robinson.
Oh, that's Josh Robinson coming off.
Sure is.
Number 70 replaced him, it looked like.
We don't have that on
maybe
our
not.
card. Well, there we go. Pistol formation for Wilcox. First and goal. The give will be to Weaver, and he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he'll lose a couple. Back to the 6-yard line. Brings up second down and goal. Sylvan Hills knew that one was coming. Tried to go over left tackle, but Sylvan Hills was all over it.
Let me tell you, hindsight's definitely 20/20, but, boy, Cooper had all day on the
outside edge on the right side.
He did.
Second down and goal from the 6. Greenbrier's up 7-0 with 3:34 to play in the opening quarter. Pistol formation again from Wilcox. We're going to see this a lot this year.
Absolutely.
Twin receivers to the right side, a single receiver to the left. Weaver in the backfield. Wilcox gets the snap. Play action. Got a man. End zone. Mathis in and out of the hands. Incomplete in the end zone. He was open. If he hauls it in, that's a touchdown, but it brings up 3rd and goal. The ball's wet. Pass was a little bit behind him. But still, that one's there, a missed opportunity, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
You know, that's why you play these games.
That's right.
I mean, Coach Tribble's down there thinking, I'm glad it's happening today, you know. And like you said, the rain, the ball's wet.
This game has no implications, but I will say it is really fun to be hitting somebody else aside from your own team.
Let me tell you the implication. The only implication it has is the confidence of this Greenbrier Panthers.
That's right. Playing a team that's picked to finish first in the 6A
Sure.
East. Shotgun for Wilcox. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left side. Wilcox, designed run, outside edge, inside the 5. Touchdown, Cooper Wilcox into the end zone. Greenbrier's up 2 touchdowns. It's 13-0. Wilcox got some good block on the edge. How about Eli Weaver there clearing the way? And Greenbrier's up 13-0 with 3:10 to play in the first quarter. That was a great run there from Wilcox. He's got wheels. We saw it all last year. Goodness gracious.
And, you know, he got down to about the 2 there, and he just buried it in. You know, he tucked and drove.
Bradley Turnage on to attempt the extra point. The snap's down. The hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good as well. Greenbrier leads it 14-0. The offense has been good, Matt. The defense has been good. Kicking's been as good as well, special teams, and it's a great night for football. Greenbrier leads it 14-0 with 3:10 to play in the first quarter. And quite frankly, this has been a very impressive start against the Sylvan against the Sylvan Hills team, who is only returning 3 players, but they've got a lot of good ones that were there last year that didn't start.
They do, and you know, I firmly believe that Greenbrier was a little underrated this year coming into the season. After last year's success, having so many returning, that's just good for us.
Well, Sylvan Hills will have the football at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Tyner under center. 3-man front for Greenbrier. They'll give it off to the tailback straight ahead. Not much there for Derek Smith. He might have got a yard, and they'll bring up 2nd down and 9 from the 31-yard line.
Just nowhere to go up front right there, JB.
That D-line is looking very impressive. I will say we haven't seen, you know, there's been a couple times Sylvan Hills has tried to go outside, but Weaver snuffed one out. We saw Dawson Spencer snuff one out on the other side.
Jackson.
2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 9. Tyner under center. Moves a man in motion. They'll try to give it up. A little pitch to the outside edge this time, out across the 30, the 35 to the 40. He's got room, and he's going to take it to the house. And to the 20, and the 10. Touchdown, Sylvan Hills.
Sorry,
no, you're good.
That's what they'll do to you, JB.
That's Jahan Smith.
When they're gone, they're gone. There's no catching them.
Well, Jahan Smith, he just added a good bit of yardage for his team there. After the first 2 drives, really not getting much.
That's right.
He got to the outside edge, and in open space, he's got breakaway speed.
And, you know, they made a great block on Eli right there. Eli was in the backfield, approaching the runner, and just got a little chip on him just to give him enough space to get the outside.
Pinned him in.
That's right. And here's the deal. You know, coming into this thing, you're not expecting them to not score.
That's right. Looks like Brian Gonzalez on to attempt the extra point for Sylvan Hills as they've trimmed the lead to 8, trying to make it 7 pending the extra point. This rain has played a factor a little bit early. The snap's down here on the extra point. Gonzalez's kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-7 our score with 2:13 to play in the opening quarter.
I'll tell you what, JB, look at those flags out there, too. You see those flags up in there?
They're stiff.
Yeah, there's a lot of wind going right now, too. So, hey, that's good for this team. Play in the elements. It's just another thing to add to preparing for the season.
Well, how about Jahan Smith there? Big run on the outside edge for Sylvan Hills. That's a big shot in their arm after they've been stifled the first 2 drives.
And
nothing at all to get a big 70-yard run on the outside edge.
Who was it that ran that?
Jahan Smith.
Johan Smith?
I believe Jahan Smith.
Oh, got you.
Jahan Smith, it's 14-7 with 2:13 to go, and Greenbrier will have the football at their own 30-yard line here on their 3rd drive of the night.
We haven't seen much from Broadway, have we?
Isaiah Broadway, we haven't. No, we haven't. He's the guy that's got 19 D1 offers. Baylor, Washington State. He's a good one for Sylvan Hills. Shotgun for Cooper Wilcox with twins to the left and right side. The give will be up the middle for Greenbrier. That's out to the 34-yard line. A big run there.
That's Jackson Harp.
Jackson Harp. He'll get about 4 yards on the carry, and it brings up 2nd down and 6. We're going to see a lot of that tonight. This is what this is meant for. We're going to see a lot of guys get some playing time tonight.
It's got Jackson on the roster, but I feel like that's probably Jace.
Shotgun formation for Cooper Wilcox. Empty backfield. Twins to the left side. Single receiver to the twins to the right side as well. There's a pitch play. Running across the way to the 35 to the 40. That'll be a near 1st down. We'll see where the spot will be.
Great run by Thatcher Strack.
Strack's made 2 big plays. That's right. On an end around, made it out to the 41-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down for Greenbrier.
So, yeah, I think 32 is Jace Harp. They've got Jackson Harp on the roster, but Jace is a running back and an outside backer.
Well, I tell you, we're going to find out before the season is over, I guarantee you.
Yeah, for sure. Jace had a great year last year as a 9th grader.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line for Greenbrier. They lead at 14-7 with under a minute to play now in the 1st quarter with 57 seconds. Pistol formation for Wilcox. He gets the snap. Play action. Looking deep down the left sideline. Underthrown a little bit, but it's going to be complete and out of bounds. That'll be ruled incomplete. He caught it, but caught it out of bounds.
Good catch by
Look, that was McElhaney, yeah. He got up. Great play, just couldn't get 1 foot in bounds, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Not a bad play there. Had some separation, but it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 now with 47
just left it a little
seconds.
short.
And I tell you, the wetness of the ball, I guarantee you, played a factor.
Absolutely. It's got to. It's got to.
2nd down and 10 with 47 seconds to play in the 1st quarter. Clock not rolling. It stopped after the incompletion. Shotgun formation for Wilcox. Twins to the left and right side. Looking to throw. Got time. Right side. Got a man. That's Mathis. Complete at the 36-yard line. And it brings up a big 1st down there for Mathis. He lays the ball down at the 35, trying to gain a yard.
They're not going to get that yard, didn't he?
They're not going to give it to him. But,
great
big
catch.
play there. That was a play there on that out route. Mathis got some separation, had to go make a play. With the ball wet like this, Wilcox is going to be throwing it up. If it's close, you got to make a play.
Let me tell you, and Cooper is just great at that throw.
That's right. 1st and 10. Wilcox the snap. He'll give it off to Harp. He's inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. He'll get about 2 yards there, Jackson Harp or Jace Harp. We'll find out.
It's Jace.
We'll go with Jace Harp. Great. Matt, if you're wrong, I'm not taking any flack.
That's okay. It's okay. The Harps are good people. They won't care.
2nd down and 8. It looks like Jacob Mathis got his helmet off. That's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. But what a 1st quarter it's been here in the benefit game. We're going to take a break here with the 2nd quarter action coming our way. Greenbrier leads at 14-7 with the football at the 34-yard line. They're threatening, trying to get it into the red zone. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. And here we go. We're back. First play to start the second quarter. Pass to the outside to Spencer. Well, actually, is that Dawson Spencer or is that number 20? Yeah, that's Dawson Spencer. Outside edge.
Yeah, that's 28.
Pass was just a little overthrown, and it brings up 3rd and 9.
So I'm going to eat crow here. It is Jackson Hart. Jace got banged up a little bit Friday night in the blue and white game.
Gotcha.
He's 4.
4 years old,
No,
really?
he's number 4.
I'm kidding.
5. He's 5.
Number 5. Well, here we go. 3rd
Jackson
down
Riddle's
and
4.
9.
That's right.
Greenbrier trying to capitalize just a little bit out of field goal range. Really need to get some yardage here. 3rd down and 9 from the 34-yard line. Shotgun for Wilcox. He gets the snap, looking to throw. Trying to got a man. That's Mathis for the end zone. Complete! Touchdown! Jacob Mathis over the middle into coverage. Great play there from Mathis. And I tell you, Tyler Pearson was all over it. Made a great play on the pass there. And Greenbrier in for the 3rd time tonight. They're 3 for 3 here on their 3 drives. They lead it 20-7. And Turnage.
Let me tell you, Cooper's been spot on all night long. And when you got guys like Jacob Mathis out there catching passes over their shoulder in the end zone, I mean, it's deadly, man.
Well, now Turnage is on to attempt the extra point. The snap is down. The hold is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good as well. 21-7. Greenbrier leads it by 2 touchdowns. And I tell you, man, that was great. What we've seen is Wilcox run one, and he's also thrown for 2 touchdowns. But that was a great play there by Jacob Mathis over the middle. That was good coverage there from Pearson. He just had a step on him. Wilcox thread the needle. Mathis made a great play in traffic, and Greenbrier's up 21-7.
Man, I tell you what, all 3 drives have been impressive, mainly because they've been balanced. We've been able to run the football effectively, and we've been able to throw the football effectively. And when we've been forced on 3rd down, we've been able to get first.
That's right. Flexbone formation from the 30 for Sylvan Hills. 3-man front for Greenbrier. Tyner gets the snap. They'll give it over to the left side, and there is not much there. Big play there. Was that?
That was Parker.
Jeremy Parker made a nice play in the backfield. He might have got back to the line. He'll lose half a yard. It's 2nd down and 10. Greenbrier's up 21-7 with 11:30 to play in the second quarter. And I tell you, the Greenbrier defense has been just about as good as you can be. You take away one play, that little pitch play to the outside, they've been just absolutely flawless.
Absolutely.
Tyner under center. Looks like they go up the middle again. He'll get 2 or 3 yards up the middle, but Greenbrier's all over it. That was number 10, Matthew Garrett, leading the way. It'll bring up 3rd and about 9.
Look like Derek Smith running the football. I don't think we've seen him yet, have we?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it brings up 3rd and 9 now. And Sylvan Hills, we haven't seen them throw the ball one time yet, which you don't really see that much of the Flexbone
Not
anyway.
much.
But 3rd down and 9, Tyner under center. They're going to need a big chunk of yardage right here. Tyner moves a man in motion. Gives it a little pitch play to the outside. That's Smith again, but who's there? Eli Weaver with a nice play on the outside edge.
Yep.
Weaver threw him out of bounds. And it brings up 4th down. Jahan Smith tried to get to the edge, but Eli Weaver snuffed it out.
I was fixed to say that was Jacob Mathis. That was Jacob giving him a high five afterwards. I mean, I couldn't quite see Eli there.
Yeah, and I could have had bad eyesight, but I thought it was Weaver.
I think it was.
Well, now it's 4th down and 9, and it looks like Sylvan Hills might be going for it. What do you have to lose? You're down 21-7. You got to figure something out. And Tyner under center again. He will get the snap. Moves a man in motion. Pitch play to the outside, right side this time, and a big play in the open field. That was Eli Rupel who blows up the play. Actually, that was 63, not 50. That's Jake Hardgrave. Jake Hardgrave with a nice play, hitting him in the backfield, and Greenbrier forces the turnover. Hey, oh, my goodness.
Let me tell you, that's what you want to see from your defensive ends on an outside play. Contain.
Wow. How about that, Jake Hardgrave? Those are the plays that we've talked about that. When you're on the open field, a one-man tackle, those solo tackles are huge.
I'm going to tell you, man, Sylvan is really having a tough time doing anything right now.
Greenbrier's definitely got the momentum with 9:53 to play after the turnover. Greenbrier will have it 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line here with 9:53 to go until halftime, up 21-7. Cooper Wilcox will be in the pistol, twins to the left and right side, and Dawson Spencer will be in the backfield. Wilcox gets the snap, play action, rolling right, looks over the middle now, passes low and incomplete and out of the hands of Lawson Worthy. Pass might have been a little bit behind him as well.
Lawson's a sophomore. I think you'll see some this year getting the ball thrown to him a little bit. Big kid.
Second down and 10 from the Sylvan Hills 23-yard line. Greenbrier's up 21-7, and they have looked really good. Wilcox will be in the pistol formation, twins to the right side. McElhaney will be the single receiver to the left side. Spencer in the backfield. Wilcox gets the snap. The give is to Spencer up the middle. Not much there. Broke one tackle. Trying to push the pile a little bit further. They'll get it down to the 22-yard line. He'll gain a yard, but that's it. And it brings up 3rd and 9.
And what you got right now, JB, you're really kind of put into that 4-down territory.
Sure, and I'll be honest, it might not be a terrible opportunity to try out your kicker, get him some reps. Be about a 34-yard field goal from right here. $9:14 to go, clock running, 3rd down and 8. Greenbrier needs a big 3rd down play here. They've capitalized on every single drive thus far, trying to make it 4 for 4. Shotgun formation for Cooper Wilcox, twin receivers to both the left and right side. Spencer in the backfield with him. Greenbrier gets a snap. Wilcox looking right, trying to roll now, looking for the end zone. Got a man, and it's complete in the end zone to none other than Thatcher Strack. That's his 2nd touchdown pass today. That's his 3rd big reception today, and Greenbrier's up 27-7.
Did you see the velocity on the ball thrown against his body, away from his body?
That's a great play.
Oh,
that's a tough throw to get it there, and it was beautifully placed. 27-7. Greenbrier is rolling. And it'll bring up Turnage to try to kick the extra point. Bradley Turnage, he is 3 for 3 on PATs this evening, trying to make it 4 for 4. And here we go. Snap is down. The hold is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Greenbrier's up 28-7. This has been an all-out show on both the offense and defensive sides for Greenbrier.
Man, JB, you're not lying. It's just been a lot of fun. I mean, what else can you say? Being a Panther fan, it's just been fun. And Thatcher Strack having just a career top day.
That's his 3rd reception. I would venture to say he's got close to 80 to 100 yards tonight.
You're right.
Well, Sylvan Hills will have the football now. 1st and 10 from their own 30. They are 1 for 4 on drives tonight with a couple of turnovers. 1 on downs and 1 a fumble at the line of scrimmage. Gavin Tyner still under center for Sylvan Hills. They move a man in motion. The give will be straight up the gut. Not going to be much there for Sylvan Hills. That was Dwight Hall. He'll get out to the 33-yard line, a 3-yard gain, and it brings up 2nd down and 7. 8:23 to play until halftime. Greenbrier's up by 3 scores. It's 28-7.
JB, that may be the biggest game they've had outside the one play that they popped outside.
You're not wrong. That's their biggest gain aside from that 70-yard foot race from Smith. Tyner under center. He'll lose the football, and Greenbrier might have that one too. You've got to be kidding me. At the 30-yard line, we're going to see, and it is going to be Greenbrier football. Sylvan Hills with their 3rd turnover of the night, and Greenbrier will have the football at the 29-yard line.
Man, JB, that's frustrating when you're a coach over there. Hate to see you give the ball to the other team, but, hey, great for us.
You know Chris Hill's not too excited about that.
No, he's not. He's a good football coach, and this team's going to be good.
They are. It's early, and like you said early in the broadcast, they have 3 returning starters, 0 on the offensive side of the ball.
Right.
He just introduced a new offense in the Flexbone here of late.
That's right.
It takes a little bit of time. We saw that with BB in the early in the season last year.
Yeah.
New offense, you're going to see the growing pains.
And you throw in a wet field, wet ball on top of that with this Flexbone offense. It's just kind of a nightmare.
No doubt about it. 7:59 to play until halftime. Greenbrier's got the football, and they're trying to push it full throttle. Shotgun for Cooper Wilcox. He gets the snap. He'll give it off to Weaver. Nice move up the middle. Wide open at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Greenbrier. Eli Weaver. How about that? The O-line opened up a hole up the middle. But I'll tell you right now, Weaver made one move, juked at the line of scrimmage, and after that, he was gone. Greenbrier takes the lead 34-7. And I'll be honest with you, they've beat them in the air so far tonight, and they've beat them on the ground. Defensively, they're playing well. Sylvan Hills is struggling a little bit, trying to figure out a groove. Greenbrier's up 34-7, and Bradley Turnage trying to make it 5 for 5 on extra points tonight. The snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is good for Bradley Turnage. Greenbrier leads it 35-7, and Greenbrier doing what good teams do. They've capitalized on Sylvan Hills' mistakes. Sylvan Hills has turned the ball over 3 times. And I'll tell you, that they really haven't gotten a lot of traction running the ball, but the turnovers are killing them.
It's just absolutely killing them, JB. I mean, when the defense has stopped you offensively, keep you from making any progress, the worst thing you can do is give the ball away without at least getting a punt off. But, hey, that's what, this defense was really good last year, and it's good to see that they're back, and it looks like even more explosive.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. 7:50 to play until halftime. Greenbrier's up 35-7. What a half it has been. And technically, really, a quarter and a half. They've put up 5 scores. 3-man punt for Greenbrier. Tyner will give it off up the middle. Again, not much there. Might have got it 2 yards on the play to the 32-yard line. Great play there for Greenbrier stopping the run. Gabe Rowe was the one who made the stop, and it brings up 2nd down and 8. Dylan Harris was the carrier on that one for Sylvan Hills. 7:19 to play in the opening half. Tyner under center in the Flexbone once more. They'll pitch it to the outside. That's Smith trying to get to the 35. He's out to the 40. He's got the first down. He'll get to the 46-yard line before Greenbrier pushes him out of bounds. That's a big play and first down there for Sylvan Hills. And I'll tell you, Smith's been the only guy to give him a first down tonight.
And that's where this team right here is so tough. If they can get it outside, they're going to be hard to contain.
1st and 10 for Sylvan Hills, 6:53 to play, clock rolling. That's only their 2nd first down tonight. Turnovers have plagued them thus far. Tyner under center for Sylvan Hills. They move a man in motion. He gives a snap up the middle to Dylan Harris. He'll get out to the 48-yard line to cross midfield to the 49-yard line. That's about a 4-yard play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Sylvan Hills trying to get some momentum here as they have just really been non-existent tonight.
Yeah, and I feel like we're probably going to see a lot of substitutions for the Panthers, being up this early in a preseason scrimmage.
6:16 to play, clock rolling here in the first half. Sylvan Hills will snap the ball for the first time in Greenbrier territory. They'll hand it off to Harris up the middle. He's down to the 46-yard line. Might have got 2 yards. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 3. That was Harris. Harris walking off the field now. Greenbrier running a 3-man front. They run a 3-3-5 on defense a lot this year. We're going to see that. Predominantly, you're going to see more of a 4-4-3, but today it's 3-3-5. Play action from Tyner. Now he gives it off up the middle. That's going to be a first down for Sylvan Hills inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. That was Dwight Hall. We've seen him a couple times tonight. He gives Sylvan Hills a first down, and they're moving the football. Shannon Howard made the tackle. Yeah.
Looked like Matthew Garrett was in there with him. Saw Caden Brooks in there just a little bit ago, giving Jacob Massive a spell. Caden's another sophomore that I think we'll see get some playing time this year. A good football player.
1st and 10 for Sylvan Hills. They're rolling. They're at the 38 of Greenbrier. Gavin Tyner under center with Dwight Hall in the backfield. Tyner moves the 2-man motion. Loose football. Oh, we got a false start, though.
Yeah.
That's going to be on Sylvan Hills. They caught a break.
Yeah, they did.
Greenbrier recovered that football, by the way, but fortunately they got helped out with a false start. And I tell you, if that were not to be a false start, Chris Hill would have been livid.
Oh, man. And I didn't see exactly where the false start was. It may have been the center,
and maybe that caused the fumble. Sure. 4:57 to play until halftime. Clock rolling. It'll bring up 1st and 15 from the 44-yard line. Tyner trying to play. Oh, he'll pitch it to the outside. Nice play blowing it up, but they'll get it outside of the 40 to 35-yard line before he's finally brought down. Outside play. A good run there for Sylvan Hills. Seth Haveman made the tackle, but I tell you, Gavin Tyner was hitting the backfield, and he just barely got the football away. I didn't see who hit him.
I didn't either. Seth Haveman has come in to give Jeremy Parker a break there at nose guard. Good job by him running downfield. 2nd down and 7 for Sylvan Hills after the 8-yard gain. Tyner moves a man in motion, pitches it to Smith to the outside edge. Weaver trying to snuff it out. Can't do it. That's going to be a first down for Smith before they run him out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
He'll be right around the first down marker, and indeed he got the first down. They'll give it to him. 1st and 10 for Sylvan Hills. They're at the 28-yard line. They're knocking at the red zone.
Yeah, their offense is getting a little momentum going here. First we've seen of that tonight.
4:02 to play until halftime. And I tell you, Smith's had a pretty successful day tonight. He's had 3 really big runs for them. Tyner gets a snap. He'll give it up the middle. That looks like Hall. He's inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line before he's finally brought down. Looks like that was that Matthew Garrett, I think, who made the stop, and it brings up a 2nd down and 6. They're going to give him the 33-yard line, so 2nd down and 5, a 5-yard gain.
Eli Weaver comes out, and Caden Brooks back in the game at that outside backer position.
Tyner still in that flexbone formation. Dwight Hall in the backfield. They're going to give it off to Hall, but he is hit in the backfield and dropped by Jake Hardgrave. A nice tackle there. He blew that one up, and Hall did not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
You know, when you're the backside defensive end and you see the ball going the other way, you just go straight down the line. And he did a great job reading that and making a play.
3rd down and 6. A big 3rd down here for Sylvan Hills. You know what's 4-down territory for them. It's Tyner. We'll give the snap. Little pitch play to the outside edge. He's inside the 35, or excuse me, the 25, and pushed out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
Great hit there by Jacob Mathis.
That was Matthew Spencer for Sylvan Hills with the run. And it brings up 4th down at about 3 yards. 2:47 to play. Clock is stopped after he was pushed out of bounds. Tyner on a 4th and 3, trying to get the first down. And it looks like they were trying to draw Greenbrier off sides, and they may have done it. Indeed, they did. That's a neutral zone infraction, and that's going to be a first down for Sylvan Hills.
Do you not have to touch a player for it to be an infraction?
I think number 76 did there.
He
on the
did,
front.
Jeremy.
Yeah. That was a good play. They tried to run it in the backfield. You saw the 2 wings there trying to cause some disruption. They did. They drove all 3 front linemen off sides, and unfortunately, only one of them touched it. Tyner on the first down. They'll give it off to the outside edge, inside the 10-yard line, down to the 8-yard line. Near a first down there for Derek Smith and Sylvan Hills.
He runs the ball hard.
He does. Lowered his shoulder and got they might have given him the first down. We're going to see the call.
Looks like it.
And it's going to be 1st and goal for Sylvan Hills at the 6-yard line. They're knocking on the door with 2:30 to play in the first half. Greenbrier's up 35-7. Tyner got a single man in the backfield. The give will be up the middle, tripped up at the line of scrimmage, but he'll fall forward for about 3 to the 3-yard line. That was Derek Smith again. And it's 2nd down and goal from the 3-yard line. How about a big defensive stop right here? We're going to see a lot of this year on the goal line stance. Like to see the defense make some big plays. 2nd down and goal. Smith is in the backfield. Tyner. QB sneak up the middle, and not much there at all. That is a big play there in the backfield. Number 84, that's Gabe Rowe who blew that one up, and it brings up 3rd down and goal from the 4.
Looked like Dawson Spencer got in on that, too. That was a big play, man. Big play.
Minute 33 to play. 3rd down and goal from the 4. Tyner trying to take it himself, but he did not have much room at all.
They've got to try to get this outside, don't they, JB?
You would think. 3rd down and goal. Brown's in the backfield. They move a man in motion. Pitch play to the outside. Greenbrier trying to stuff it out, and he's tripped up. He's not going to get in there. That's a big play there from Shannon Howard, and it brings up 4th and goal from the 2. Howard made a nice play. He didn't technically make the tackle, but he caused the juke to trip him up, and that's all you needed. I mean, that goes down as a tackle in the book, no doubt.
Right.
But it's not always about wrapping up. It's about cutting off the angle and tripping him up. 4th down and goal. Now, big stop right here would be huge. Tyner under center with 50 seconds to play in the half. They'll move a man in motion. Give it to Brown up the middle. Lowers his shoulder, and he might have gotten in. And indeed he did. Touchdown, Sylvan Hills. He lowered his shoulder and got through. But I tell you what, Matthew Bernard met him at the line.
Yeah, he barely got in.
Nearly stopped him. Touchdown, Sylvan Hills. They've cut the lead down to 22. It's 35-13 with 43 seconds to play until halftime. Gonzalez will be on to kick the extra point for them. Try to cut the lead down to 21 points.
So, JB, tell me, Do we try to score right here?
I was just about to make that comment after this kick, and I'll get to you. Oh, low snap, and that. Well, they're going to let him still kick it. He got away. Gonzalez kicks up. He's got a good leg.
Yes.
And he puts it straight through the uprights. 35-14 with 43 seconds to play until halftime. And, Matt, to your point, I'm the kind of guy, if there's time on the clock, I'm trying to score.
Well, my thoughts are in this particular situation, being a scrimmage, it's not a game worth anything, so there's not really a consideration of the other team not trying to embarrass them. This is not going in the books.
Sure.
It's an opportunity to work on
those younger guys.
2 minutes offense. Well,
sure.
your 2 minutes offense.
Oh, yeah, that's true too. Well, sure. But what my point is, regardless of whether you score or not, you're trying your darndest to get in there and move the football. If you've got time on the clock, that's an opportunity in game time situation. You don't want to give up. And whether you score or not, I'm a competitor at heart. I'm trying to hang as much as I can.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's about reps and giving these guys game time situations, and that's what this is for.
And also, I said talking about running the score up. You're never worried about that in the first half anyway.
Sure. No, you're right.
I mean, it's still just a 3-score game.
Well, there we go. 1st and 10 from their own 30. Cooper Wilcox. Greenbrier's 5 for 5 tonight on their drives. And Wilcox, play action, looking right, hit as he throws, and that might be a flag, and indeed it will be. I tell you, Reed Nixon, who we haven't seen much tonight, he got injured earlier in the year last year. He got tripped up on that route, and definitely that was an easy call for the side judge.
Sure. He was down before the ball was even thrown.
That's going to bring up 1st and 10. Should move the ball to the 40-yard line. And it'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 40 with 38 seconds to play until halftime. And I tell you, that was not a bad play. Wilcox was hit as he threw it. Made a good throw. Obviously, Nixon was knocked to the ground, so it didn't matter. But 1st and 10 from the 40 now with 38 seconds, and I love the opportunity of trying to score here in this situation. Wilcox pistol formation, twins to the left side, single receiver right side. Weaver's in the backfield. They're going to give it off to Weaver, trying to run left side. Should be a face mask, and indeed it will be. He's going to be hit at the 40, and he'll get to the 41, but that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Should be another first down for Greenbrier, and they'll be into Sylvan Hills territory at the 45-yard line if this call is indeed a face mask.
It looks like that's going to be a 15-yarder, I think.
We got a face mask, and indeed it will be the call. 1st and 10, 2 penalties again for Sylvan Hills. Greenbrier will have it 1st and 10 at the bare 45-yard line. I tell you, Weaver's got some nice moves. His first step is what is crucial. On there, you saw him shake one man. Of course, Sylvan Hills' pursuit was great. They snuffed it out pretty quick.
They were there. They just
But on
that.
on that shotgun run from Weaver when he punched it in, he made one step, made a man miss, and he was in.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Pistol formation for Wilcox. He gets the snap. Play action. Looking left. Got a man. Going deep. Left sideline at the 10. Complete. Touchdown, Greenbrier. Good play there over the left side. Wilcox throws it over the top to Carter McElhaney. He beat his man around the edge. Great pass, great catch, and Greenbrier has hung 41 points here in the opening half. It's 41-14, still 15 seconds on the clock. And I'll tell you, Sylvan Hills, 2 costly penalties that allowed that to happen.
That's exactly right. Man, Cooper has just been so accurate tonight.
41-14. Turnage trying to make it 6 for 6 on PATs. The kick is up. The kick is good. 42-14 with 15 seconds to play until halftime. And Matt, Greenbrier is 6 for 6. They've scored on every single one of their drives tonight. That is impressive.
This returning, very impressive Sylvan Hills defense just doesn't have an answer for it.
Sylvan Hills, to put it in perspective, they won the conference last year. They're picked to win it this year. They have their most returners on defense. 3 of them. Three of them are all conference to finish first in the 6A East and have that talent. That's impressive to hang 42 points.
And when you think about them winning a conference, you're talking about a classification, the second largest in the state, and also a classification that only has 2 conferences.
Sure.
So they're the eastern part of the state. They're the best, and they making it to the semifinals is exact proof of that.
And I'll tell you, who's to say that tonight? I don't know if some of their big defensive guys have been playing and resting some or not. That's still impressive nonetheless. Tyner will get the call under center for Sylvan Hills with 15 seconds to go. We're going to see if they're going to try to do anything with it. They'll look to the outside pitch to Smith. He's out across the 35-yard line to the 36.
Great tackle by Jacob Mathis.
Well, there's 1 and 4 over there. I don't see Mathis.
Oh, is Mathis not over there?
I don't think so. That might have been Preston Riddle or Eli Weaver. One of the two. That's going to do it, though, for the first half. Greenbrier is rolling. 6 touchdowns tonight, 42-14. They take the lead heading into halftime. And this is impressive. It really is, man. Exciting times. 42-14, and quite honestly, looking at Sylvan Hills and the way they've played, Sylvan Hills isn't just playing awfully. Greenbrier's offense is really connecting. Wilcox is going to be great this year. We're seeing a little sneak peek of that right here, and it's exciting to see. We're going to hit a break, and when we come back, we will have the second half, and we'll talk a little bit about the halftime stats. Well, in the benefit game, halftimes are a bit shorter, so we don't have any halftime stats for you. I threw that out there just in case Sean might run up here and do some stuff for us. But here we go to start the second half. 42-14, Greenbrier's got the lead. Looks like they just pick up where they left off.
Probably.
Okay, second down and about 4 from the 36-yard line. Tyner, no, they got a new quarterback under center now. Looks like that's Draylon Holloway. They give it up the middle. That's going to be a first down there for Sylvan Hills. He's carrying Greenbrier tacklers out to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 now.
Yeah.
That was Dwight Hall.
A lot of subs in right now, JB. A lot of your second string guys. Going to get them some action here.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line for Sylvan Hills. And Marquez Gooden is under center for Sylvan Hills. 3-man front for Greenbrier. Gooden will give it off to Hall. Actually, play action. Flips it to the outside edge. But a big play there. First hit and tackled at the 49-yard line. Big play there from Caden Brooks.
Yeah, it was a great job by Caden to read and react and just fly to the football and make a play.
He'll get about a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9. That was Cole Reed for Sylvan Hills, but nice play there from Brooks to snuff it out, and it's 2nd down and 9. 11 minutes to play in the third quarter. Marquez Gooden under center for Sylvan Hills. He'll give it off No play action. Tips it to the outside. Loose football. Looks like Greenbrier's going to get it. Scooped up over the outside edge for Greenbrier. Not sure who that is, but Greenbrier's got the football. That's another turnover.
Looks like maybe number 3. Is that or no, number 2?
That's
Matthew Bernard. Great job by Matthew there.
And with 10:38 to play in the third quarter, Greenbrier forces their 4th turnover of the night. 3 fumbles, 1 on downs. And they'll have the football at the Sylvan Hills 27-yard line. They might have it at the 28, actually. 1st and 10 there.
Did you see who made the hit?
I didn't.
I didn't either.
Caden Brooks will be in at quarterback. Shotgun formation. Play action. Now they'll give it off up the middle.
That's Matthew Garrett. He ran the ball a little bit Friday night in the blue and white game. He is a bowling ball. And, man, let me tell you, he runs the ball hard.
Garrett up the middle. Got a few yards out to the 22-yard line. It'll bring up about 2nd down and 4.
And these are all subs right here. These are all younger guys getting a little playing time.
Kane Griffin will be
yeah.
under center now. It's shotgun formation. Garrett to his left. They'll give it off. Oh, play action. No, they do give it off to Garrett up the middle. It'll get back to the line. Maybe it got a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 from the 22-yard line. 3rd down and 2. Griffin. We saw Brooks earlier, and then Griffin. Looks like Griffin's coming off, and Brooks will be back there.
Out here on the left side, you got Charlie Check, you got
Matthew
Bernard, and you got Lawson Worthy.
Brooks will give it off to Garrett to the outside edge. He's got the 1st down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. That's a 1st down for Greenbrier. They're in the red zone. Trying to make it 7 for 7.
Who's number 14 on the other side out there, receiver?
Looks like that's Izzy Guzman.
Oh, yeah, Izzy. He was a 9th grader last year. Great football player.
1st and 10 from the Sylvan Hills 17-yard line. They're inside the red zone. Looks like Miles Miller
Let me tell you, Miles
come into the game as well.
I've coached Miles in Pee Wee. He is an electric football player. He's a lot of fun to watch.
Caden Griffin in shotgun formation. Garrett to his left. Griffin. Play action, rolling left, trying to QB keep. Gets to the outside edge, inside the 15 to maybe the 13-yard line. He'll get about 4 yards to the outside edge. They'll roll it to the 13, and it brings up 2nd down and 6.
Good run by Kane Griffin right there on the fake or the
little QB read.
The read, yeah. And it looks like Caden's going to come back in for a play or two.
8:40 to play in the third quarter. Clock rolling. Greenbrier's up 42-14. 2nd down and 6. Caden Brooks in shotgun formation. Actually, that's pistol. He gets the snap, gives it off to Garrett right up the middle. He's inside the 10, breaks a tackle inside the 5, lowers his shoulder near the goal line, but they'll drop him down to the 2-yard line. That's going to bring up 1st and goal for Greenbrier. And how about a hard run there from Garrett? Broke 1 tackle, nearly punched his way into the end zone.
Yeah, Charlie Chet got behind him and started pushing, and they got down there right, like I say, to the 1.
Wow, they're going to give him the 1-yard line just inside the 2nd hash mark. And it brings up 1st and goal from – it is the 2.
It is the 2,
yeah. It's inside the 3. So right at the 2-yard line, 1st and goal. Kane Griffin. And the pistol formation with Garrett in the backfield. Twin receivers to the right side. Charlie Check, the single receiver to the left side. They'll give it off the middle to Garrett. Breaks 1 tackle, lowers his shoulder, dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Greenbrier. Matthew Garrett with a dive over the pylon. He got hit in the backfield, broke 1 tackle, then dove into the end zone. Greenbrier leads it 48-14, and how about that, Matt?
Let me tell you, this is mostly sophomores playing right now.
That is impressive.
Yeah, you bet.
And we don't know much on the Sylvan Hill side. They may have some sophomores and some lower classmen as well. Nonetheless, they're playing against guys at least their same classification or higher. That's a great run there from Garrett. Turnage with the PAT. It's off the post and no good. Greenbrier will lead it 48-14 with 7:41 to play in the third quarter.
Let me tell you a little bit about this sophomore class.
You coached them, did you not?
I was blessed with the opportunity to coach this group of guys in Pee Wee football.
That's awesome.
In 4 years, they went 36-1.
Wow.
They were unreal, just a group of athletes. And that was just our team. There was also another Pee Wee, so there's Greenbrier Blue and Greenbrier Black.
Right.
So some of these kids you're seeing were on the black team as well. So you bring them together, and, man, you talk about a good class.
Some grit. That's awesome. 48-14, Greenbrier's punched it in 7 times tonight. They lead it by 34 with 7:41 to play in the third quarter.
So he just signaled that it was good.
Yeah, I think he hit off the post. There's no way it went
Oh,
in.
yeah. I was going to say, I didn't think so either.
But if he signaled it.
Well, no, it's not on the score.
And they'll give it off the middle. Sylvan Hills across the 35 to the 40-yard line, lowers his shoulder out to the 45-yard line. That's Dwight Hall. We've seen him tonight. He runs hard, 15 yards.
So,
and Alex Davis is the QB for Sylvan Hills.
Find it very interesting that we've not seen Broadway run the ball at all.
No, we haven't. Is he on our roster? What number is he?
You know what? He's not there. I totally forgot about that, JB. That's my fault.
There's a pitch play to the outside. Sylvan Hills, a nice move, and that's a great play inside the 40 to the 35-yard line. That was a big run there from Jakari President.
So we did a podcast, Between the Mats podcast, with Coach Chris Hills, an interview.
Yeah.
A great guy, by the way. I loved it. And he told us that Broadway moved back to Texas.
Gotcha. So that's why we're not seeing him. You're right. I'd be surprised not to see a guy like that on the field at all either. That makes sense.
I totally forgot that.
Well, 1st and 10 for Sylvan Hills at the 35 of Greenbrier. Alex Davis under center. He'll give it off up the middle, inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. That was a hard run ahead there from Dylan Harris.
Looks like Seth made another good play right there. What's his last name? 33.
That would be Seth Haveman.
Haveman. What year is he?
Haveman is a senior.
Okay.
Yep.
We didn't see him much last year.
Alex Davis in for Sylvan Hills. Greenbrier's running a 3-man front. They run it all night long. Loose football. Stout lost it, but he gets it back. He'll jump back on it here. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 3 to the 28-yard line. They nearly turn it over again. The ball is slick out there, but at this point, the rain is stopped. And I'm sure it still plays a little bit of a factor, but that's got to be a concern for Chris Hill.
It's got to be. Like you said earlier, learning this offense, a bunch of guys that haven't been out there in the past.
The give is up to Stout up the middle, and they stood him up at the 28-yard line. That was a big tackle.
Number 27.
Brandon Murphy, that's junior defensive end. He forces a big 4th down now here for Sylvan Hills, and Greenbrier's been impressive.
Yeah, they have. These younger guys are really coming out to play ball tonight on both sides of the ball.
Titus Stout tried to run it to the edge, but he stood him up. Davis under center on a 4th down and 3 from the 28-yard line.
They're trying to get him to jump off sides there.
With 5 minutes to play in the third quarter, Greenbrier's up 48-14. Davis moves a man in motion. Pitch play to the outside, trying to get to the edge. He's got the 1st down and more. Inside the 20, the 15, down to the 9-yard line. A big run on the outside edge for Jalen Mayo. Sylvan Hills has got a 1st and goal opportunity from the 9-yard line with 4:45 to play in the third quarter. That was a big 4th down run there. Nice pitch play, a little play action, he faked the handoff backward in the backfield, pitch play to the outside, and Mayo did the rest. 1st and goal. Alex Davis under center. They move Mayo in motion. Hands it off to Stout up the middle. But he's going to get maybe 2 yards to the 8-yard line, maybe the 7.
Looks like Gabe Rowe in there, maybe.
Lawson Worthy as well.
Oh, yeah, that was the Lawson. Gabe's 84. 88's Lawson.
Lawson Worthy made the stop.
I got to say, my man Clint, my son, he had football practice tonight, so he couldn't be here.
I was about
with
to
us.
ask you, where's he at?
He's listening. He's watching the broadcast.
Well, hey, Clint, how you doing? 2nd down and 8 with 4 minutes to go. It gives up the middle. That's going to be a touchdown. He walks in standing up. A touchdown for Jakari President, and Sylvan Hills has cut the lead to 28, 48-20. Gonzalez will be on to kick the extra point here with 3:51 to play in the third quarter. Nice run there from President.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen him tonight.
We saw him a little bit earlier. He got a
Okay.
big run, but that's the one that counts, punching into the end zone on a 2nd down and goal from the 8. Gonzalez on to kick the extra point, his 3rd try tonight. The snap is down. The hold's good. The kick is up, and the kick is good as well. 48-21 our score with 3:51 to play in the third quarter.
You know, You know, JB, we saw that little front come in earlier and rained hard for a little bit, and the flags were just full blast blowing, and now it's just as calm as can be.
That's right.
Yeah, they're just laying there.
Those flags are limp. I don't think they're moving at all.
They're not, man. They're just laying there. Oh, glory, she's just arresting.
1st and 10 for Greenbrier here on their – this will be their 8th possession of the football game. They're 7 for 7. They've scored every single time they've had the football. I tell you, you know, if you're Coach Tribble, you can't get any happier than that.
No. You know, Coach Moreland, too, you know, with his big offensive linemen playing like they've played.
3:51 to play, 3rd quarter. Greenbrier's looked impressive, trying to keep it up here. We're seeing a lot of the lower classmen. And Kane Griffin will come in under center. He'll man it at the QB position. Charlie Check will be in the backfield with him.
All right.
Griffin's in shotgun formation.
Charlie's a great kid.
They'll have trips to the left side, a single receiver to the right side. Griffin under center. Shotgun gets the snap. He'll give it off to Check. Nearly lost the football. Got it back to the 30. He's out across to the 33-yard line.
Good run by Charlie.
3 run there. You saw Check when he got it. Couldn't quite get a good grip on it. Got a hold of it right as he made the first man miss. It brings up 2nd down and 7 with 3:15 to play. Clock rolling. Looks like Caden Brooks is now in at the QB position. Check will be back in there with him. Lawson Worthy in the game as well.
I'll tell you, Lawson's a big kid for a sophomore.
No, he sure is. He's 6'2", 185 for a sophomore. That's pretty impressive. 2:53 to go, clock rolling. 10 seconds on the play clock. Got time. Caden Brooks in shotgun formation with Check right beside him. Brooks gets the snap. He'll give it off to Check to the left side. He's hitting the backfield. Breaks a tackle, though. But he gets to the 31-yard line, and that's it. He'll lose a couple. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Or, excuse me, 3rd down and 9.
Looks like Sylvan's brought in a good bit of their substitutions as well. So we got a lot of young guys playing against each other right now.
3rd down and 9 with 2:17 to play, and the 3rd quarter clock is rolling.
Like to see these guys, some of these young guys throw the ball a little bit right here.
Looks like Brooks is still in at the QB spot. No, look, that's Caden.
That's it's Kane Griffin, yeah.
Kane Griffin's in.
And Kane can throw the ball.
Shotgun formation with Check behind him. 3rd and 9, looking to pass here most likely. He is going to pass. Griffin steps back into the pocket, throws over the middle. Pass too tall for Lawson Worthy. Wouldn't have been a 1st down anyway, and it brings up 4th down and 9. He run a little curl route around the 38-yard line. Needed to get it to the 40. So, really, you know, you complete that pass, you can go for it on 4th, but
Since
looks
they're
like
going
they're gonna
flip the field here.
That's
on
right.
A punt.
There's no punts here in high school football. Or not, excuse me, that's not what I meant.
We're going to have a little session here. We're going to go over the rules of high school football.
In this benefit game, they're not at this level. They don't punt the ball just for injury's sake. It's early. Kids are still trying to get back into the hang of things, and really that's a smart move. You see that even at the college level and NFL level when they first get back into football. You don't have pads. It's a lot more time. You don't want injuries. Is really what it comes down to. Now on next Friday night, we're going to see kickoffs and we're going to see punts.
Hopefully we're not going to be punting, but the other team definitely will be.
Hopefully we'll be kicking off a lot.
We'll be playing the BB Badgers.
August 27th at 7 p.m.
I think we go to BB this year, don't we?
No, we're at home.
Oh, we are.
We are. I looked at, unless my eyes mistake me, but that's from what I remember. So here we go. 1st and 10 for Sylvan Hills at the 39-yard line. The give will be up the middle for Sylvan Hills. Not much there at all. Looks like Lawson Worthy was the one who stopped him at the line of scrimmage. He might have got forward to the 41-yard line, a 2-yard gain, but Worthy stopped the forward progress, and he's rewarded with a tackle with 1:17 to play in the 3rd quarter. Greenbrier's up 48-21, clock rolling. 40-yard line for Sylvan Hills. Marquez Gooden is the QB still for them. He's played predominantly mostly in this second half. Pitch play to the outside. That's President. He's across the 40 to the 45-yard line before he's brought down to the 46. It's a 6-yard play, and it'll bring up 3rd down and about 2. That's a big play for President. Run it to the outside. That's something that's worked tonight for Sylvan Hills. Those pitch plays, you've mentioned it. When they get to the outside edge, they're dangerous.
So they can hurt you, man. This much speed as they have.
3rd down and 2. Greenbrier looking for a big stop. Under center, Gooden He'll give it off to Hall. Lowers his shoulder. He didn't get it. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 1 from the 48-yard line. It'll be a big 4th down now. Caden Brooks blew that one up.
Well, it looked like 72 got in there too.
And with 20 seconds to play in the third quarter, this might be the last play of the third quarter. Gooden under center here on 4th down, trying to get the first down. Gooden gets the snap, gives it up the middle. It's going to be close, right near the first down marker. The spot looks good. They might have given him. That's going to be a first down, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We head to the fourth quarter, Matt. Greenbrier's up 48-21. Oh, that's it? So that's the game?
That's the game. We're playing 3 quarters.
Wow. Well, how about that? Greenbrier gets a win. It doesn't go down in the record book at all. But
goes down in ours.
That's right. Well, how about that? That's a finish. I wasn't prepared for that. Greenbrier will win it 48-21 tonight, only playing 3 quarters. But how about that, Matt? We saw a lot of great football tonight on both sides of the ball for our Greenbrier Panthers.
Well, we did. You couldn't have asked for a better showing for the Panthers tonight.
48-21. And I tell you, Matt, as this one wraps up, and I tell you, you looked at Cooper Wilcox. Very impressive tonight from the way that he played through, 4 touchdown passes, 3 running. He had 1 running, 2 others. I think Dawson Spencer ran 1. Matt Garrett ran 1.
Yeah.
Eli Weaver as well. On the offensive side of the ball, very, very impressive.
Man,
to see that.
just like I said earlier, it just couldn't have been a better showing for this Panther team, especially the offense. But then you look, you take away the one outside run by Sylvan Hills.
Jahan Smith, yeah.
Our first team defense, that's all they gave up.
Sure.
Well, we gave up some when the younger guys got in there, but they held tight too. They gave up a couple of scores, but they really played well. It had a couple of stops, and offensively, they went down and scored, and then we had one punt, and that was it.
Well, that's right. 7 for 8 on possessions tonight. That's not bad. That's efficient, and that's what
efficient.
Coach Tribble wants. A great performance tonight on the offensive side of the ball. The defense played a heck of a game as well. We're excited. The thing for me is it's hard for me to believe that Greenbrier's picked to finish 3rd in the conference. Harrison's picked to win number 1. Also you look at Valonia as well. They're picked number 2. One thing I wanted to mention tonight, I don't know where Talon Newton is. I know he's working with the Razorback Sports Network. We just want to say, Talon, if you're watching or if you're going to watch this later, thank you for all you did last year, and you kind of paved the way for us this year. We're excited for the future, and congratulations on your next stop, your next steps moving forward.
Yeah, what an awesome opportunity for a guy, up there, his first year in Fayetteville, working with the Razorback Sports Network.
He's up there right now, I think, with the football press conference, which is really a cool deal. So as we get set to wrap this up, I tell you, Matt, there's a lot to be excited for and to look forward to here in this Greenbrier football program. They took care of business. In a benefit game, you got to keep it light. Understand, yes, this is not heavy, full 100% competition, but you're hitting somebody else, and you put up you put up a performance like that tonight against a team that's picked to finish
first.
first.
I was going to say, you consider your opponent. That's potentially as good as anybody will play.
Sure.
Maybe not. We don't know. Because it's so early.
Sure.
But based on the way they ended the season last year, being at the top in a higher classification, it really gives us a lot of confidence going into the season.
And I'll tell you, as we get set to wrap this up, I was mentioning it earlier, we're picked to finish 3rd behind Valonia. Harrison's picked to finish 1st, then Valonia, then us. But I'll tell you, if we keep this up tonight, 0 turnovers, that's the difference maker. You look at it, when it comes down to the difference in the game tonight, 4 turnovers for Sylvan Hills, 0 for us.
And I tell you, Hooten's picked us 3rd. I think 13th in the state. I don't put a whole lot into that. You look at Harrison, they're going to be up there because of what they've done over the past 3 years.
Sure. As a program, that's right.
Right, but they lose a kid. They lose the Keyline kid who went to Harding. He's at Harding now as a quarterback. He was the difference maker in that team last year, a team that we had beat.
That's right.
And it just kind of fell apart there at the end.
Late at the end.
Valonia, they're picked ahead of us. That's always going to be a big game. We did beat them last year at
Sure.
their place. We've
We'll
got
have
them at ours
home
this year.
That's right.
So I like our chances, man.
Well,
I
and to
like
your
our
point,
chances.
Matt, as we wrap this up, this Greenbrier football program, obviously it's early. Those preseason selections are picked based off of how they think they're going to perform. But if Greenbrier plays the way they did tonight throughout the rest of the season, they are sure going to be fun to watch.
We'll be going deep.
We're excited about it. Our next broadcast is going to
Yeah.
be August 27th. That's not this Friday. That is the following Friday at 7 p.m. We'll be on the broadcast a little bit earlier, probably 6:30, 6:45. We're excited for that, and we hope that you will join us for the broadcast then. So for my partner, Matt McJunkins, I'm JB Brazil, and Daniel over here jumping on. We really appreciate you running all the show. He's the one that really does all the technical stuff. He's what allows us to do this. That's right.
He's the producer.
We're
and
really
hey,
excited.
Sean Mathis, getting everything set up for us.
That's right.
Just making it happen.
We're excited. It's going to be a fun year, and we're just glad that we get to provide this for us and for you guys, and we're glad that you get to join us. We'll see you next time, August 27th. So long from Greenbrier. Have a wonderful night.
Go Panthers.